Привіт, друзі! Ласкаво прошу на канал VERBA. Today we are having the fifth lesson for beginners with the structure I have in Ukrainian. Before we begin, as usual, I remind you, and my helper Solomia reminds you, поставити вподобайку, because I know that later you will just forget about it. And of course, subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. And you can even click the notification button to receive notifications about the new lessons. Okay, so let's go. We will begin with some theory which will help us to understand the structure I have in Ukrainian. So, mostly we have two types of languages. The first type are habeo-languages. These are those languages where the verb to have is a king. It plays the main role. To have in the meaning to own, to possess something. The bright example of such language is English. We say, I have a car. This is habeo structure. The second type of languages are esse-languages. In such languages, the main verb is not to have, but to be, to exist, to be present. The bright example of such language is Russian. In Russian we say, у меня есть машина. Есть is the verb to be. So basically in the structure we don't say I have something. We say something is or something exists with me, near me, at me, how you want. So these are two different points of view to the language and to the world. I have and у меня есть. And I don't know if it's a good news, bad news, but the Ukrainian language has both of these structures, and I could say that they actually are almost equal. So in Ukrainian we could say я маю машину, which is habeo structure, I have a car, and у мене є машина, which is esse structure, and it's like the car is with me. If to translate it literally, but of course it means I have a car as well. So these two structures, they are like synonyms. I would say that the structure with the verb to be are more simple for the beginners. Let's see why. У мене є plus nominative case. This is the structure that you need to remember. Why is it good for you? Because here we have actually nominative case. What is nominative case? If you take a dictionary, open and look for a word, for example, a word notebook, записник, you will see записник. This is the nominative case, like the initial form of this noun. And this form you need for this structure. You don't need to change it, you don't need to think about its gender, either it's animate or inanimate. You don't need to think about it at all. You just take the ready word and put it to the structure у мене є. So this part у мене є is like I have, not literally. It's more like there is at me or with me, but we translate it as I have. Plus the word which is given in dictionary. У мене є записник. У мене є записник. У мене є ручка. У мене є ручка. У мене є крем. У мене є крем. Так? So anything that you want, you put to the structure. Of course, we have not only I have, we have also you have, he has, it has, she has, and so on. And you can see they are given here, but they look strange. We learned with you how they look in nominative case in one of the previous lessons, the personal pronouns. Я, ти, він, вона. But in this structure, we're using their genitive forms after the preposition у. So you need just to memorize how they look. У мене є, у тебе є, у нього є. By the way, he and it will have the same form. У нього є. У неї є. У нас є. У вас є. У них є. You just need to remember these 7 forms, and you can use them with any nouns and objects that you own. For example, you have a car. У тебе є машина. I know it. Я знаю. У тебе є машина. Or she has a sister. У неї є сестра. Or they have radio. У них є радіо. So this is like a constructor. You take different bricks and put them together. Let's practice it. You see the list of words, and we just need to use them in the structure I have. So, у мене є записник. У мене є книга. У мене є ручка. У мене є олівець. У мене є вишиванка. У мене є будинок. У мене є велосипед. У мене є картка. So the structure is really simple if you learn those 7 forms of personal pronouns. Then, another good thing is that in Ukrainian language we do not have those special question words like verbs, do or does, that exist in English. We don't ask, do you have, does she have? No, we use the same structure as a positive sentence. For example, у мене є записник. But a huge role here plays the intonation. I will raise intonation on the verb, which is the word є. And this way I will receive question intonation. So to ask if I have a notebook, I will ask, у мене є записник? У мене є записник? I raise intonation on є. And the answer will be, у мене є записник. Ось він. У мене є записник. Or more often, of course, we ask you. So I would ask, у тебе є записник? Or у вас, the formal way, yeah? So, у вас є записник? Є чи ні? Or no? So, in the question, the main role plays intonation. Let's read examples. У тебе є олівець? У тебе є записник? У тебе є вишиванка? У тебе є велосипед? This is how we ask questions. Possible answers. If you want to give a short positive answer, you could say так or так, є. Like, yes, I have. Так, є. If your answer is negative, you don't have it, you would say just ні. Or ні, немає. Ні, немає. No, I don't have. Or на жаль, немає. Unfortunately, I don't have. На жаль, немає. This is very popular conversational phrase. So this is how we work with this structure. Also, we have the structure, habeo structure, with actually literal translation of the verb to have. Мати. The verb мати means to have. So, to use this structure, we need to conjugate this verb, the verb мати. To conjugate means to change endings of the verb according to the personal pronoun with which we use it. So personal pronouns here are given in nominative case, like we learned them with you, but the verb will change because of them. Again, now we don't learn this topic. You need just to memorize these forms. And later, when you will learn the conjugations of verbs in Ukrainian, this knowledge will help you. So, я маю. Ти маєш. Він or вона має. Ми маємо. Ви маєте. Вони мають. So, 6 forms, quite easy to remember. Here, the more tricky part is the accusative case, which we need to use in this structure. So we spoke with you about nominative case, initial form in the dictionary. Accusative case is another form of the noun. We need to know how to form it. Let's quickly take a look how to do it. It's just common information. We are not digging very deep, just on the surface. So if you have something that is inanimate, like again, let's take our записник and ручка. So if your inanimate object is feminine, and here we are recalling the previous lesson about genders of nouns and animateness, inanimateness. So ручка, inanimate, feminine. We need to replace its ending to u or u. Ручка has ending a, so a we replace with u. Я маю ручку. Я маю ручку. I have a pen. Записник is masculine inanimate. Masculine and neuter inanimate words do not change, so this is a good news. We do not need to change them in accusative case. We use the same form as in nominative case. Я маю записник. Я маю записник. I have a notebook. For the animate nouns that we have, for example, I have a brother, I have a sister. For them, we need to change both masculine and feminine nouns. Feminine, again, will have ending u or u. So I have a sister will be я маю сестру. Я маю сестру. For masculine, we will need to add additional ending a or я. For брат, it will be a. Я маю брата. Я маю брата. So this is how we form the accusative case. That is why we go back and we see that some words have those endings a or u. So if I say я маю телефон, I don't change telephone because it's masculine inanimate. Я маю брата, masculine animate, that is why ending a. Я маю сестру, сестра is feminine, ending u. Я маю машину, машина is feminine, ending u. Я маю авто, я маю радио. They do not change because they are neuter. Let's take a look at the list of the words, new vocabulary, and let's form the structure I have plus accusative case. So, я маю гаманець. Гаманець will not change because it's masculine inanimate word. Я маю гаманець. Я маю ключ. Also doesn't change, also masculine inanimate. Я маю сумку. Here we replace a with u because it's a feminine word. For feminine we do not care if it's animate, inanimate. It's feminine. So ending u. Я маю сумку. Я маю морозиво. Морозиво is neuter, doesn't change. The next word. Дідусь. What about him? Я маю дідуся. Here we add ending я because дідусь is animate masculine. We need to add a or я. Дідусь had a soft stem because of soft sign, so we need to add я, which is typical for soft stems. Я маю дідуся. Next one. Я маю доньку. Я маю доньку. I have a daughter. Ending u because she's feminine. Вчитель. You can see, by the way, that вчитель is a woman here, but the word is still like masculine. The thing is that this is more like a word of a common gender as many other professions. It means that this word grammatically has characteristics of the masculine word and we change it as masculine. But it can be used about both men and women. So we will change it as a masculine word. Я маю вчителя. Я маю вчителя. Ending я. And the last one. Стоматолог. Я маю стоматолога. Masculine animate, that is by стоматолога. Here you can check our answers, which words we have changed. Basically, this is all. So, once again, we have two structures in Ukrainian. Я маю plus accusative case, habeo structure. Literally, I have, I own, I possess. And у мене є plus nominative case, esse structure. Like there is with me, something there is with me. You can learn both of them and use both of them equally. Now I want to add something about the esse structure. It's already more advanced information, but it can be interesting for you. So sometimes you may hear somebody saying, сьогодні у мене урок. Сьогодні у мене урок. Not у мене є урок. But we like skip this є. Сьогодні у мене, like I have, урок, a lesson, nominative case. So where is this є? In some structures we can omit є. First of all, we will do it when we speak about events. I have a concert, I have a meeting, I have a lecture, I have an exam, anything like this. We do not use yeah for those structures usually. So, сьогодні у мене урок, завтра у мене концерт, or у мене екзамен, like don't call me, не дзвони мені, у мене екзамен, зараз, right now, I have an exam, don't call me. Or like I was recording this video for you and somebody was calling me and I said, come on, don't call me. У мене відеоурок. So this was the first situation. The second situation actually is the one that is more advanced because we can skip the verb є when we speak about additional characteristics of the object that you possess, where the characteristics are more important than the fact of having it. What I mean, for example, if you want to say, I have an interesting job, the main word here in the sentence is interesting, not that you have it. Then we can skip the verb є. У мене цікава робота. Цікава. I don't underline that I have it. I underline what kind of job I have. У мене цікава робота. Or у мене великий будинок. The main word here is великий, a big. I have a big house. I don't say that I have it. I like describe what kind of house I have. You can replace the structure with my house is big. My job is interesting. When you can do it, then you can skip yeah for sure. У мене стара машина. У мене багато друзів. Also, when we speak about amount, using the words many or few, we can use it. We can skip yeah. So, у мене багато друзів. Like I have many friends, not that I have them. I have many friends. У мене багато друзів. У мене 2 кота. That's not true. У мене собака. So, in these situations, we can skip yeah. Basically, this is all what I wanted to tell you. As usual, you can download the slides on my Patreon if you are subscribed to me. And of course, I want to say дякую, величезне дякую, a huge thank you to all of my patrons because you are giving me the opportunity to create these videos for you and to devote enough time for this creation. And I hope that these lessons are really helpful for your Ukrainian. So once again, thank you for your support. Anyone who wants to support me on Patreon too, the link is in description. Also, please subscribe to my Instagram account. I will be waiting for you there. And again, if you forgot to put a thumb up, поставити вподобайку, будь ласка, поставте вподобайку, please put this thumb up, share this video with your friends who learn Ukrainian, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will be really glad to read your comments. Дуже дякую, and побачимось. See you soon. Побачимось. Бувайте.